I will relieve it of its cord. These pet crates are kind of cool, these fabric ones, but the problem with them is it doesn't take anything for a dog to get out of these if they want to. I mean, almost every one of them is like that in one way or the other. One thing I noticed that I never really mentioned, some of the comments I get is that you might think I'm trying to go fast or something, you know, like I do my real-time videos and say I do, you know, 60, 70 dumpsters in an hour, and you might think that I'm trying to go as fast as I can and working really fast, you know, and just an all-out thing, but that's actually furthest from the truth. Sometimes I'll go a little faster when I'm making a video, but I'm just working at a nice relaxed pace. I'm not trying to go fast or nothing. I'm actually totally taking my time. It's a model of efficiency. It has nothing to do with working fast as I can and speed, and I'm actually just totally relaxed and not even working hard. Well, I mean, I'm working hard, but I'm not working fast. I'm not pushing myself. It's just totally laid back. There's a big difference between efficiency and trying to work as fast as you can, you know. What I'm showing in these videos is just a model of efficiency. This is all I found. This is the new battery for my scooter. I bought that at the store. So in an hour, I went through a giant industrial complex and 2 giant apartment complexes, and all I found was this little aluminum, a little insulated copper wire, and that piece of steel I actually found at the auto parts store. Well, not at the store, but in the alley behind the auto parts store. So that might be $1 I made in an hour. I know a lot of the videos I make, it seems like it's just so easy. And sometimes people ask me what the average amount of money I make is, and there is no average when it comes to this. Like the last real-time video I made, I mean, shoot, I made almost $100 an hour. And now, in the last hour out here, I made $1. So, but that could all change, you know. That's why I have all these different routes. I run a bunch of different routes, and I'm guaranteed to make money every day. You have to stick to it, though. There's an apartment complex behind this privacy fence over here. I'm gonna swing around and go through, and you know, I might find $100 in the next 10 minutes, you know, who knows. Yeah, finding just $1 an hour, that's about the worst I've ever done. That's about as bad as it gets. And I just wanted to show you that, because it's not always tons of stuff all over. I don't want to give you the wrong idea. It would be a rarity to only make $1 an hour. I'm in that big apartment complex now. I'm on the other side of that privacy fence. That dumpster I was just at is just right over there. These flower pots can be worth some money sometimes. it's not broken. Oh, it's definitely not broken. Oh, it's a heavy dude, too. Yeah. Oh, oh shoot. That's super heavy. It's got some cracks in it, but it's all in one piece and it's solid. Oh, that's actually a pretty heavy crack. Oh well. Actually provides kind of a natural drainage hole, but it's not close to breaking. It would probably decrease the value of it though, I suppose. It's pretty clear. I don't know, that could get worse, I suppose. But anyways. What else is in here? Giant teddy bear. Dirty. These apartment complex dumpsters are usually just kitchen garbage, and when it's not kitchen garbage, it's real obvious to me, so there's no point in looking. And those kitchen garbage bags are nasty. It's not like retail store dumpsters. Those kitchen garbage bags got food and slop and nastiness in them, so they're disgusting. I'll take this, maybe use it for myself, or put it on the curb maybe, I don't know. It doesn't belong in a dumpster though, that's for sure. That crack looks pretty solid. Still in that same apartment complex. Little vacuum cord action. Leave that sticking up there. Well, actually that's the kind of vacuum I take, isn't it? But never mind. Pop this doohickey off of there. There's a bag in here, a purse shoulder bag deal with a zipped up zipper, and it's puffy. This can get interesting sometimes. It's kind of dirty looking, so there's probably not gonna be much in it, but you always gotta look in here. What do we got here? A Tupperware bowl full of, oh boy, cigarette tobacco. And a cigarette machine. Interesting. Good for scrap metal. Can't say I've ever seen something like that in a purse before. But like I said, those things are always interesting. Well, not always, but they can be very interesting. Always worth looking at. Who knows what could be in some of that stuff. It's a neat old table. Oh, it's heavy too. One of the welds is broken. I bet there's a lot of folks out there that could, two of the welds are broken, could re-weld that table. That's actually a very nice table. That's a quality deal. That's a cast iron table. Someone could really get a lot of use out of that. Huh? Somebody will take that pretty quick. Hi, Pooch. Can I say hi to the Pooch?
Yes.
Can I say hi to the? Oh, she don't like motorcycles?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know. Maybe the noise. No, she doesn't afraid the noise. But
I think it's the wheels.
Could be.
The dogs don't like the wheels.
Could be.
never thought I was exaggerating about finding upwards of 2,000 of these things in a year. It might even be more than that. I don't know. They're just all over the place. I think a lot of the reason is because I live between two huge Walmarts, with a third Walmart down on the other side of the next town. And they're all the big super center varieties. So all these vacuums you see me finding, this is actually kind of a gross deal here. That's a drain snake. All these vacuums you see me find, there's about a dozen different types. I don't know how many they sell, but if you go to Walmart, there'll be an aisle with vacuums, and all these vacuums are the kinds that they sell. So there's such and such amount of different varieties, and I find hundreds of each kind, I'm sure, every year. If we're out doing this full time like I used to, making these YouTube videos, I do this a lot less often. That's a snake for unclogging clogged drains. That could have been down someone's toilet or something disgusting, so trying. Getting my new battery charged up. I've had quite a few questions about what kind of scooter this is. I suppose I should have explained that by now. It's a PCH 125cc. Model name Lance. When I first bought it, I thought that was the previous owner's name on a label. It's got a little number 1 decal or reflector type deal there. I didn't realize that wasn't his name until I looked down here and realized that Lance is the model. So it's a PCH Lance 125. It's not a bad little rig, really. It had a bad spark plug in it and a battery that dies if you don't run it every couple hours. Fiddling around with a dead battery and messing around with the spark plug. I looked in here and I didn't realize what that was right there, that blue thing. And someone told me it's a speed chip to give it extra speed. And I still didn't, I mean, it looks like a heat sink to me, like I'd see scrapping a computer. But then I looked at the bottom there. New Racing CDI speed chip. It's supposed to make it go faster. I don't think it really does much, except for maybe burn gas faster. The specs on the scooter say top speed of 59. And I don't think I go much further than that, but there's a highway down the road where there's a stretch where there's a 50-mile-an-hour speed limit. So when I leave here, I'm going to go that way, and there's a big hill, and that's the only road around here that can handle the raw power of this monster. So we're going to go see how fast we can get it going. Swung back by that UPS store where I found that rat nest of wires. First I found this stuff off camera. Little aluminum walking cane, aluminum car radiator For those of you that don't know, there'll be a brass tube or an aluminum tube in here. You don't have to take that off. You can just take it to the scrapyard as is with that plastic on there. Christmas trees are pretty much worthless. Some Christmas trees are real heavy. That'll go as 10 shred. That barely weighs a pound. Vacuum cleaner cord. George Foreman wannabe deal. The El Paso Chili Company. The usual suspects. I stopped in here though. This is worth turning the camera on. I noticed this box back here. Someone has actually left it outside of the dumpster. I don't know if that was a mistake or not. But then I looked inside the dumpster here, and this box here, that's heavy. Real heavy box, and I can see a remote control pad right there in the very top. So I figured I'd turn the camera on for this. Got one of us in here. Just another big old rat nest. Ay, ay, ay. Well, I suppose I'm not going to complain, you know. Oh, it's got to be close to. Let's see what it is. Let's see what that feels like. It's heavy enough to where I want to get in there and get it. I know that. Oh, you big old dog. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, that's how heavy it was. Right there. Too heavy for a cardboard box. Ay, ay, ay. Oh, there's a little box inside of it. That is a lot of stuff. And thanks to the help of the commenters who I asked if they understood where this was coming from, the way I've been told is that UPS has a contract with AT&T, who owns DirecTV. I'm not sure if this is totally accurate. Makes sense to me. AT&T and DirecTV tell their customers to return their equipment to these UPS stores, and I guess AT&T and DirecTV, they just don't want this used stuff back. And so UPS just throws it in the garbage. I have a feeling that since I'm not seeing very many of the boxes, especially those expensive kinds, I have a feeling that UPS might actually ship those back to the companies. But they just don't want these used remote controls back, and used power supplies and stuff. It's really not something, you know, it's not really something a professional business is gonna give to their new customers, you know. Here's some old crap that we, you know, we already sold once, you know. I don't know about you, but I wouldn't be exactly happy to pay so much a month and have someone give me a used remote control. But one thing's for sure, as many power adapters and stuff and remotes as there are in here, I definitely don't see those big boxes. I think there was 2 of the real expensive kind that last load. Well, dang. You know what? It doesn't look like it, but this is almost half of what I found last time. Thereabouts. Definitely gonna make room for this. Oh boy. I suppose I'll just take this box first and just set it down in there. That's a good size box. This will make it easier for me to unload it when I get home. This is why I call it Rat's Nest. Actually, old Thumbprint, I don't know if you ever seen his channel. Thumbprint is the one who coined that phrase. He saw me dig a bunch of wires out of a dumpster in one of my videos. He said, "That's a nice rat's nest." This is why I can't stand hangers, like those metal hangers you see. They just get tangled up and everything. It's yuck. Some of the last things you want to see. Okay. In my experience, I just have learned to just mostly scrap this stuff. Now these boxes, these little routers and stuff, you might look at selling them, you know. I probably have maybe 100 of these now in my storage unit, you know. I just can't let stuff build up. It gets ridiculous. It's instant hoarderism. I know a lot of times people will see things listed on for a certain amount of money on Amazon or eBay, but just because it's listed for that don't mean it's selling for that. In my experience, anyways, that's what I've been taught. Alrighty, ready to roll. Dropped all that stuff off. Last time I showed this storage unit. It was packed up like this. I've taken maybe, oh shoot, 5 loads out of there, maybe 6 loads, and it's already getting built up to that spot again. So I know a lot of people new to my videos, and maybe even people not new to my videos, wonder why I scrap a lot of stuff, and it's just too much stuff for one person to handle. I would need multiple storage units and probably a warehouse and employees, and just just too much for one person. I figured I'd give a physical example of that. Well, it's just right here in front, but if you've been watching my videos, this is just this stuff right here is just from basically 2 nights, just a few hours. That's just a few hours worth of dumpster diving right there. Not the tire, not the PCs, but all these boxes, these totes, all these boxes, all that stuff, these textbooks, all this stuff piled all the way down here, all this stuff, every bit of stuff you see right there, that just represents a few hours of dumpster diving. Alright, so now I'm going to go back out and see what the night holds for us. My last video I was talking about how all these apartment buildings have switched over to plastic blinds. And actually, shoot, that one is plastic. This one is aluminum. When I first started doing this, almost all of these were aluminum. I didn't hardly ever see plastic ones. And they've pretty much totally switched over to plastic. What I do is I take the metal bar, the tin bar off of there, top and bottom. The scrapyard gives me clean aluminum for those, tin shed for those. I don't take them apart until later because they're so much easier for me to handle when they're all in one piece. As you can imagine, going down the road, having those things fly all over the place. At this particular apartment complex, the management crew will not allow this stuff to sit here for very long. So I'm gonna snatch every bit of it up that I can use for scrap metal. Toaster, can opener, another can opener. And I'm gonna go ahead and cut the cords off these coffee pots. I know it seems kind of like I'm not leaving stuff for other people, but this will all end up in a dumpster eventually. Well, not even eventually. Soon. Hypoallergenic little bar of soap. I'm gonna have to keep that for myself. Some more little bars of soap and stuff. Leave that stuff there. I've heard trash picking and this type of stuff referred to as curb shopping. I have this, and I have this. Oh, and I'll take this too. Hey, wait a second. What do we got here? We've got a little nut pick. And we've got a little Serenity Prayer that came from Alcoholics Anonymous meetings, most likely. One day at a time. Yeah, that's what that is. God grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. Little AA chip. These are made out of aluminum. Another little chip. Those of you who aren't familiar with AA chips, they give chips out for people that have stayed sober for certain amounts of time and whatnot. I hate to do that to someone's chips, but they're going in the garbage eventually, so probably some kind of use, I suppose. Alright, that's it. I didn't realize what that was. Some kind of little kit with a picture of horses on it. I'm actually going to take that and put it somewhere else where I know it won't go in the garbage right away. Here comes the pizza man. Silenced my brakes, if any of you guys haven't noticed yet. Stainless steel. Nice chunky one. Oh, hey, you know what? Those are Yetis. Oh, wow, look at it. I don't know if you guys know what Yetis are. Those are very expensive. High quality. They're very, very expensive. Top of the line. Well, that one's not marked Yeti. Huh. That's the exact same thing, but it's not a Yeti. That dude is worth maybe, I can't remember exactly what they are. At least 25 bucks. I want to say 40. At least $25. There's a whole bag of nice stuff here. I'm gonna actually set out on the curb. Those stainless steel mugs, they're both real clean. And you know what? Actually, I'm going to take these for myself as well. Those are nice. Better Homes and Gardens. I just like that style. A little more curb shopping going on here. There's a third one. Some little mason jar type deals. Wine glasses and stuff. I'll leave that sitting out here. The apartment managers aren't sticklers at this place like they are at the last one, so those will have a good chance of getting taken by somebody. backup flashlight might be a little too bright. How's that look? Better? Okay. What are we dealing with here? A couple of Panasonic stand speakers. Model number SBFS740. Oh, those are real clean and nice shape too. We'll have those. There's a little cheapy speaker wires on that one. I don't know if those are very valuable, but they're not bad looking. I'm just going to use these for my personal use. I'm not even going to try to sell them. If they work, I can't visibly see a reason why they don't. So that's actually an item that I need. I don't know if it's going to separate or not. I think they're going to just stick like that. Alrighty then. Check this out. This is a giant fish store, fish and aquarium. They do massive saltwater tanks and stuff. And look at this. They threw out a bunch of their saltwater rocks and stuff. What do you guys think? Sure, I'd like to take that stuff. But them guys are professionals, so there's a reason why they probably threw it away. Might have some kind of disease in it or something. I can't see them just throwing away corals like that. Well, look at that. That thing looks to be just about in new condition. I can actually carry that easily when I don't have a bunch of stuff sticking out of the top of my tote. And I'm just down the road from my house. I'll have to come back and get that. I don't see a lick of damage on it at all, anywhere. It almost looks like it just came out of the store. Look at that mess. It's full of rainwater. What this dumpster is a dumpster here at Walmart and an old Sam's Club, and it's specifically for the street, the parking lot. The street sweeper truck cleans all the parking lots and comes here and dumps all the dust and rubbish out of the parking lots. There should be a drain hole on it. There's not a drain hole on this dumpster, which is odd. Can you imagine what's gonna happen when the garbage truck comes and picks that up and dumps it over the cab of his truck and into there? It's just gonna come out of there. Have you ever seen the garbage trucks driving down the street with a bunch of water flowing out of the back and it stinks and it's disgusting? This is what happens right here. Usually they have a drain hole, but the drain holes will get plugged up and they'll fill up with water, and they'll come and they'll just dump this whole thing in the back of their truck and just drive down the street, and all this water is just gonna just flow out of the back of that truck. after it mixes in with all the garbage. It's already bad enough. It's gonna mix around the inside of that truck, and it's gonna just flow out onto our public streets. That's disgusting. If you guys drive a motorcycle out there, you probably have seen it before. You might not notice it in the car so much, but yeah, it's nasty stuff, man. Didn't turn my camera on. I'm not sure what those are. They're brand new. Oh, some kind of like those are like deals you would screw into like a board on your wall or something and hang stuff on. Nice heavy duty ones too. Probably maybe a couple bucks a piece, maybe. I won't scrap those. I'll find a use for those for myself probably. Well, I was right. They do come apart. Hopefully that wasn't too bad. I just came from a stop sign, so. Oh, that don't sound good though. Ay, ay, ay. We'll see. That's a good thing about finding stuff like this for free. My cats can claw it up and shred it, and it can fall and break, and I don't care. Just go to the scrapyard then. Shower door. I do believe that's been abandoned. I don't know what else would be sitting out here. It's kind of far away from the dumpster. But yeah, I think this has been sitting out here. I'm actually gonna put well, that wasn't too loud. That won't get any attention at all, will it? I'm gonna put these pieces of glass in the dumpster to take that aluminum off of them. If a cop didn't hear that somewhere around here, I'll be lucky. Alright, I'm gonna take these apart real quick and get back to you. There it is. It's a nice grip. Sometimes these ones are too strong to bend. This dumpster's too light to bend it. The whole, it's like that lever and fulcrum deal. The whole dumpster starts to slide. So I'm just gonna have to take it like that. But that's the reason why I do it in the dumpster, because these are safety glass, so it's really not going to hurt anyone if they break. But oh, it sure is messy. Hey, the handles fell off in there. They sure are messy though, if they do break. And they break pretty easy if you twist them a little bit, put a little torque on them. So they'll break into about 1 million pieces or so. They're gonna break inside the garbage truck regardless, but there's no big deal if they break inside the garbage truck. So as you can see, started this dumpster out, or I started this video out by talking about how I'd only made like $1 the first hour I was out here. And you can see how that's turned around now. What you see in this video is maybe, I need to make some space in here. Maybe three hours work or so. Three hours, give or take. That first hour when I made $1, I probably hit maybe 50 dumpsters and basically came up dry. But like I said, then is where's my bungee cord go? You just gotta keep going, keep hitting more dumpsters, and you will find stuff. So I can imagine if you went out in the car or something and hit 50 dumpsters in a few hours and found $1 worth of stuff, I can imagine how discouraging that would be. The only way I'm able to find the stuff I find and make these videos is because I'm hitting them in mass. I might have hit 200 dumpsters in the last 3 or 4 hours total that this video took me to find all this stuff. Hopefully the one I dropped, hopefully that's just the speaker busted loose from those little plastic supports. Hopefully I can still use it. Here's the keepers out of that batch. I'm gonna put this by the dumpster at my own place. Or one of my neighbors might want that. That's Keep Life right there. Now I'm gonna go get that ladder. There it is. Sucker's good as new. I'm not so sure it's not new. Sat around for a while, maybe. Picked up a scratch and scuff here and there. Yeah. Nice. As good as new, anyway. These are extremely lightweight. There it is. I guess we'll call this the cherry on top. This video started out really lame. And got a lot better. Hitting these dumpsters in mass. There's no telling what you might find. Hope you enjoyed it. And as always, thanks for watching.